Hey y'all, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Excuse my voice. I don't know, y'all. This has been the craziest season for me as far as like getting colds and stuff like that. I just be praying to God it don't be COVID because being around these children, y'all, I don't know what I be getting from day to day. I do come across some children with runny noses and stuff, but I don't stop to think anything of it. But maybe it could possibly be a basic cold. But to be honest, I don't know. And I'm just gonna trust God. And if I feel like I need to go to the doctor, I'm gonna go to the doctor. But yeah, so excuse the stuffiness or whatever. I don't know what's happening. I was just fine 2 days ago, and then I woke up yesterday, and I was just like, my neck was hurting, my throat feels swollen, my nose is, but I'm still, I just feel blah. But I'm still pushing forward and going to work because these kids need me. But don't get it twisted. I will never jeopardize my health. If I feel like it's to the point where I need to go to the doctor, I certainly will. But right now, I'm just doing home remedies, and we'll see if that helps. If it doesn't help in a good time frame, then yeah, I'll go to the doctor. But so again, pardon my stuffiness and my weird voice right now if it sounds weird to y'all. But I'm on my way once again to work, and since I'm already running late, y'all, I'm running super duper late, but I called them to let them know. I don't know what was happening on my side of town because where I work, it is kind of far, but it usually is never like this. Like, I don't know what happened. Maybe there is an accident that I was unaware of because I don't watch the news, if y'all know. Like, I don't watch the news because it's too depressing for me, and I take on a lot of emotions, and it sticks with me for a very long time. But so I don't watch it, so I don't be knowing what's going on. Like, usually I'll get on my GPS before I head out to work every morning just to see like if it's at a standstill or whatever, but I haven't been doing that lately, so I'm just completely out the loop. I was just at a standstill for like 30 minutes. I didn't know what was going on, so it pushed me back. I was supposed to have been at work 30 minutes ago, but I called them, let them know, hey, hey, that's not gonna happen because I'm been stuck here in one spot for 30 minutes. I have no idea what's going on, but yeah. Ooh, these potholes. Ugh. These roads so raggedy in Texas, I ain't gonna lie to you. But anyway, y'all, yesterday this was on my mind, and I was just thinking of like, I hope y'all can hear me clearly as always. But yeah, yesterday this was just on my mind, and it's come across my mind. Anything I speak on has run across my mind quite a few times over a long period of time. So I'm finally just speaking on it. And today's topic is just like, for me personally, I need to see people in the light of day. I need to see people in the light of day. And I heard that line. I heard that line many, many, many years ago. And it came from a movie called Sparkle. And it's the movie where Whitney Houston played in it, Omari Hardwick, Mike Epps, who else? Derek Luke, Jordan Sparks, Tika Sumpter, and Carmen. I don't know how to pronounce her last name correctly. Ejog, something like that. But it's Carmen, E-J-O-G. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing the last name. I feel like I'm butchering it, so my apologies. But yeah, all of them starred in that movie, so you can tell it's a big deal. And what it was about these three sisters, which was played by Tika Sumpter, Carmen, and Jordan Sparks, and they were a singing group. Now, Whitney Houston played their mom. She did not want them to sing because, she lived that life before, and she already knew what went on in that industry and yada, yada, yada. So she was like, no, y'all are going to be in the church. Y'all can sing for the church, but y'all are not going to be make that a career and go into this industry because it is H-E-L-L basically. And they was like, no, absolutely not. That's your fear that you're trying to put it on us. We're not going to turn out that way. So they went ahead and pursued their dreams behind her back. And what happened was Carmen, who played Sister, her first name was Sister in the movie. So she was the oldest sister. Her name was Sister, and she was dating Omari Hardwick at the beginning of the movie. You know, he was a good guy, one of the good guys, right? Good black guys. But the only problem was he didn't make a lot of money. So one night they all performed, the three sisters performed at some type of venue. And Mike Epps, I still don't understand what his role was, to be honest, like what his title was in the movie. But he was some big time person who made a lot of money, who made a lot of dough. So he ended up getting introduced to Sister, the oldest sister. And so, of course, unfortunately, Sister, she ended up leaving Omari Hardwick and linking up with Mike Epps because he had the money, right? He had what she needed, what she wanted at that time. Dressed her up in lovely clothes, luxurious and lavish clothes and stuff like that. So yeah, she ended up linking up with him, dating him, moving in with him, and she got hooked on cocaine. She got hooked on that powder, that white stuff. And so they were trying to get signed to a label by this big time label executive named, well, his real name in real life is Curtis Armstrong. So he came out, watched them perform at night, and he said that line to the person that was trying to get them signed to Derek Luke, who ended up dating Jordan Sparks in that movie. That was her boyfriend. They later got engaged. They never showed them getting married, but they did get engaged. And so he was kind of managing them at the time and all of that. And then he was trying to get them signed to that record label. So Curtis Armstrong came out one night, saw them perform, and he told Derek Luke, he said, they sound great. They look gorgeous. All of their appearance and the clothes, they have it down packed, 10 toes down. They got it. They handled it in their business. And he told him, though, when he said, that man said, but I need to see them in the light of day. Boy, that hit me so hard. I was like, oh my gosh, like the way people may have just heard that line, watched that movie, heard that line, and just thought nothing of it. But me, y'all know my mind. I'm not always in deep thought, but when I am, I am. It is for a reason. It's because certain things hit home as I feel like they should, but it doesn't happen to everyone. And that's okay. I'm not knocking anybody if they don't process things the way that I process. We're all different. So when he said that, it was just like, oh my gosh, that pierced me. I was just like, wow, hold on, y'all, why my seat so, okay, first of all, there we go. I was like, stiff as a board. But I'm like, something ain't right. But there we go. I had to put it back. But yeah, so he said, I have to see them in the light of day. And I was like, wow. And that stuck with me. And that's kind of how I live my life. It's like, I have to see people in the light of day. And on one of the most recent videos, I said how I went to an entrepreneurship event with people who I would keep up with on Instagram and stuff. To be honest and to be transparent, that was the real reason I went there. That was the primary reason I went to that networking event, was because of the people that was on that list. I was like, I need to see them in the light of day. I need to see you in person, in the flesh, outside of Instagram. Are you really who you say you are in real life, in real time? Are you really who you portray to be on Instagram? Are you really like that in real life? So I needed to go there. I wanted to see them in person. I wanted to feel their aura, and I did. And I still may not know all the details of their lives, but from what I experienced, I was able to feel like they were real, genuine people, genuine men who really stood or stand 10 toes down for their people, who really look out for them in the way that they say they would on Instagram or whatever, who really about that business. Now, it was one who I met, and I felt so safe and protected in his presence. It was like a whiff of peace, a whiff of protection, a whiff of safety. And I felt that so strongly. I was like, I wasn't worried about anything. I was just like, oh man, I'm good. Like, if someone was to pop off, I don't even know this man for real. I just met him, and I just wanted to feel his aura, to see who he was, to see if he was truly who he said he was. And I felt it. But, some stuff came out later on, and I got to witness firsthand. I'm like, I felt a good aura, but this is kind of contradicting the aura that I felt. Like, this is kind of I don't know, later on down the line. That's why I'm like, I always say now, I don't really know the full thing. I just know certain things from what I know I felt in certain moments. But outside of that, I still don't really know everybody's full life. I still don't really know everybody's problems, their issues, their family problems, what they're going through privately, for real. But I do know that I experienced some things later on that I was like, yeah, no, I can no longer rock with this person. And I don't believe that they are who they say they are, even though I felt that amidst their presence at that time. It didn't do it for me anymore, because I was like, nah, eventually the real gonna come out. Eventually people gonna always be exposed. But at that time when I went to the event, I did get to see them in the light of day, and all seemed well at that time, and all felt well at that time. But now I'm like, yeah, no, that's why I don't praise no man. That's why I don't worship no man. Yes, I'm a LeBron James fan, but I don't know what Savannah been dealing with. I don't know what them boys been dealing with. I don't know for real. I just know what social media has posted. I know my experience with him when I was able to shake his hand or whatever, when I went to a game way back when. It was in New Orleans. I traveled with one of my homeboys, his cousins, and we met up with his girl cousins there. And I just remember my memory from that moment and how he treated me and his fans in general, just everybody else who was calling his name and just trying to get his attention or whatever. He was so kind, he was so sweet, he was so nice, he was human, like a decent human being. But outside of that, that's all I can base things off of. But I don't praise or worship him. I'm not laying next to him every night. That's Savannah, so only she knows the true, real deepness of who he is. Only she gets that experience. Only his sons and his daughter get that experience. So I don't praise and worship no man. Never have, never will. A fan? Yes. A realist also? Yes. A spiritual, intellectual, and righteous person that I am? Yes. I would never praise another man. Only person that get my praise is God. And child, that's when I'm not mad at him. But even when I am mad at him, I'll still give him praise and worship. And that's it. Not my parents, not my nephews, not my niece, not nobody, not even myself. Only the Lord gets my praise. And that's because I know at the end of the day, we are all human and we all make mistakes. We all fall short on certain things. We all have a long ways to go. We all have areas where we can make progress and grow. So no human will ever get my praise and glory. And I do just do things sometimes just to see people in the light of day. Truthfully and honestly, I do things to see people in the light of day. Who are you outside of social media? Who are you off the court? Who are you off the field? Who are you? Who are you? That's the question. But yeah, and that's another thing I'm going to speak on, because when I meditated months and months last year in 2023, I meditated a long time ago. And that question popped up in my head during my meditation. Who are you? And I had a long thing that just ran through in my head like, wow, that's such a deep question. Who am I? Who is Jasmine J. Ivory? Who am I? And so that's stuff that sticks with me. That's stuff that deeply resonates with me. And that's what I came on here to talk about today. Just like seeing people in the light of day, seeing them for who they are. And even as time passes, things will still be revealed. So it's just like, yeah, that's still seeing people in the light of day for who they are, for real. So yeah, that's just something that I'm just like, wow, that was so crazy. Just, yeah, you gotta see people in the light of day, because it may look good, people may look good, they may sound good, they may portray to be this type of person, but who are you? And then the girls from the movie, from Sparkle, the sisters, they had a meeting to meet up with the label executive, once again played by Curtis Armstrong. So he told them, meet me in the daytime. This is the time I want y'all to come and meet me at the office, at the company, at the label company, the record company. And y'all are going to perform in front of me and my peers, basically, right? Again, the daytime, the light of day. So they get there, and sister, the oldest one, sister, she's in the freaking restroom, locked up with Tika Sumter, which is the other sister. They're all dressed and ready to perform. But she had the youngest sister, which Jordan Sparks played, had her to bring bring her stuff, her powder, because she couldn't perform or maneuver without it. So she brings her the powder. She's doing all the stuff and trying to do it in the restroom and stuff before they go out and perform. And then one of the ladies within the company, she was like, they're locked in the restroom. There's time for them to come on and perform. They're locked in the restroom. We can't get in. So Curtis, he comes banging on the door. Open up. What's going on in there? Y'all need to come out. And somebody ended up finding the key to unlock the door. Unlock the door. And there the girl go, sniffing straight down the line. And he was like, and then Derek Luke, again, the one who played Jordin Sparks' boyfriend, who even got them the appointment to perform for the label exec. Curtis told him, he said, and this is what I meant when I said I needed to see them in the light of day. I needed to see who they were outside of their nighttime performance. I needed to see who they were again in the light of day. He said, I can't sign them. There's no need for them to even perform, because look at this. I'm looking at it head on. I can't have people on my record label that's going to be involved with stuff like this. She ruined the whole thing for him. So Tika Sumpter, she ended up going off to pursue her law career to become a lawyer. Jordin Sparks, she went independent as an independent artist. Her relationship remained with Derek Luke. Well, they broke up at one point in the movie, but then they end up reconnecting, and like I said, they eventually got engaged in the movie. And then Sister ended up going to jail. But y'all gotta watch the movie. It's a long, drawn-out movie, but it's so entertaining all the way through. You know, some movies you can fall asleep through. That one, I was just like, oh, I'm up, because this is good. And I've watched it twice. As long as it is, I've watched it twice. For it to be the length that it was, that's a good amount of time to watch that movie. Maybe I can even go for it a third time, because it's just that good, and it's empowering and impactful on so many levels. And it teaches life lessons. That's another thing. I don't think people watch movies with the intention of gaining life lessons. They just watch them for entertainment. But me, I'm always picking out a life lesson, whether I'm doing it intentionally or unintentionally. Majority of the time, to be honest, 80% of the time is unintentional, but it's just how my mind processes. It's how my spirit resonates with things, and I'm able to learn from everything that I watch. Anything that I put my hand on, I learn from it. So that's just me. Again, everyone is not like that, and that's okay, but that's just how I was built. So I'm always learning lessons and learning from things. And so, yeah, I learned that, and that's something that sticks with me to this day. That man said, I need to see them in the light of day. That is so real. I need to see people in the light of day. And then speaking of that also, and then I'll go ahead and end it. You know, my heart and my prayers go out to Diddy. My heart and my prayers go out to Cassie. My heart and my prayers go out to his children, because everyone is affected by his actions. Everyone is impacted. It's not just about him. It's about everyone. It's about their trauma from just watching that. It's like that leaves so much confusion. Now that the video has been released and more proof has been released, and we actually have full head-on proof, now I will speak on it, because it's just like that. Ooh, that's sad. It's heartbreaking. It's shattering. It's heart shattering to see that. It's just, it makes me want to cry for real. It's sad. It's just sad on all parts. It's sad on all fronts. There's nothing, no way around it. You can't deny it. It's right there. The proof is in the pudding. The footage is there. It's out now. We thought the documents were something, but that's proof. This girl was not lying, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say I ever thought she was lying. I just simply said we didn't have all of the facts, all of the proof, all of the this. I needed more. For me personally, I needed more. The document was a lot, but I'm just saying I need full proof before I just go accusing people. I need footage. That's what I needed, and now I have that. For me personally, now I have that. And so it's just like, yeah, it's there now, boy. Them documents we thought was something. Yeah, man. Now that footage is out. Now that footage is out. So that's a whole nother ball game. That That's sad. That's sad, but I will still never break anybody down. I'm still not going to sit up here and throw a parade. It's a parade inside my city. Nah, we ain't going. We ain't throwing no parades. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't. Nah, it's not that kind of party. It's just, it's sad. I feel hurt. I hurt for everybody who have some type of involvement, whether, you know, against their will or not. Like I said, they're his children. They have no involvement in this, but they are still a part of him. So, they are impacted, and it's just, gosh, just trying to wrap my mind around it. Seeing people in the light of day. Seeing people in the light of day. Only Cassie knew the true him. Only Cassie knew what was going on behind closed doors, outside of the public eye, outside of the cameras and the this and the that and the red carpets. Only she knew what was going on behind closed doors. Now it lets me wonder, like, dang, what did J-Lo know? And it's not putting her or throwing her in anything, but it's just like, yeah, because she never went back. You know, most of them break up with him or whatever, break up with Diddy and then come back and break up, and it's a repeated cycle of on and off, on and off. But she was like, no, she ain't never turned back. Now, she doubled back with Ben Affleck, but Diddy, it was a no-go without hesitation. That lady did not look back at all. So it's like, dang, wonder what she know. I kind of wonder what she experienced, but we're not going to go deep into that. But it's just like, wow. So, sorry, I'm looking at this car in front of me like, oh, the light green, baby. It's time to turn now. But, Jesus, that's some serious stuff. And people can't say no allegations no more. Allegations where? That's straight proof. Straight proof. Dang, that's sad. That is just, I don't know no other words, just sad. Oh no, I done pulled up into the wrong place, baby. I'm trying to go to Starbucks. Ain't no need for me to be late to work and be starving. Really, I'm just going to Starbucks to get a medicine ball, y'all. But, your girl is just, I started to call in for real, but I don't like to do that because I put myself last and I put those children first. So I need to check myself on that too, because I gotta have myself together before I try to come get them. If I'm not feeling well and up to par, how can I really be beneficial to them? But there we go. There's the right parking lot. Bust that U-E, bust that U-turn. But yeah, y'all, that's the topic, and I'm about to go ahead and order